Good morning, friends. Today in this lesson we are about to learn different types of inheritance. Myself, Professor Mayur Thakkar. I am working as a lecturer in Computer Engineering Department of KD Polytechnic Patan. Now this lesson is belongs to our course Java Programming 3350703 course number, semester number 5 of Computer Engineering. After learning this lesson, you will be able to describe different types of inheritance and you will be able to develop software applications using different types of inheritance. This is concept made. In this lesson, we will see what is inheritance and different types of inheritance that can be implemented in Java. So before learning types of inheritance, we will see what is inheritance. So when a class retrieves the attributes of another class, it is known as inheritance. If you are having an existing class and from this existing class, if you derive another class with the use of existing class, then it is called inheritance. In Java, inheritance can be implemented with the help of extends keyword on the basis of structure of class relation. Actually, what happens whenever you implement inheritance, there you are creating the relationship between classes. So based on the structure that you are creating between the classes, there are different types of inheritance that can be implemented in Java. So based on this structure, we are having three types of inheritance, that is single, multi-level and hierarchical. So these three types of inheritance can be implemented in Java. So one by one we will see these three different types. We will start with the single inheritance. In single inheritance, subclass inheritance inherits the feature of one superclass. So whenever you are having a relationship of inheritance, the existing class is called superclass and whatever new class that you are deriving from the existing class, it is called subclass. So in single inheritance, what happens? Subclass inherits the features of superclass. So that is what the relationship is. In the image, below image, we are having a class A, that is the existing class, and now if we derive another new class from class A and we are giving the new class name class B. So from class A we are deriving class B, then this single relationship between class A and class B is known as single inheritance. So in this image we are having a existing class A. Now what we are doing, we are implementing class B with the help of class A. What it means that we are implementing class B and we are deriving members of class A into class B. In simple language, we can say we are copying all the member of class A into class B without making any implementing any attributes. It is automatically copied. You just need to write one sentence. Now all the members of class A will be derived into class B. That is called single inheritance. So if you want to implement the single inheritance in Java, then the whatever diagram we have shown in the previous image, the same relationship we have described in this example. So first we are implementing class A. In that we are having an integer variable member, that is I. We are having one method called display I that will display the value of this variable I. These are the members of class A. Now what we want to do, we want to derive another class B. We want to implement another class B. In that we want all these member of class A. Simply we can say we want to copy the member of class A into the class B with the help of extends keyword. So we will write class B extends A. What will happen by writing this sentence, all the member of class A will also become the member of class B. Now class B can also have its own member. So class B is having integer j and display j method. So here class B is having its own member as well as it has also copied, or you can say retrieve or derive the members of class A. So in total we can say class B is having its own two members and two class members have been derived from class A. So total class B is having four members, two variables and two methods. So this was single inheritance. Now another type is multi-level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, we are having a more than one level of the inheritance. In single inheritance, we are only having a one level of inheritance. Now we extend this level to more than one, then it is called multi-level inheritance. For example, if you want to understand by this diagram, we are having a class A and we have derived another class B from class A. So this is called single inheritance. Now if we derive another class C from class B, then it is called multi-level inheritance. Actually in this multi-level inheritance, this is a two-level inheritance, but in multi-level it can be 2, 3, 4 n level of inheritance. If we are having a more than one level of inheritance, then it will be called multi-level inheritance. We will use the general term multi-level inheritance. Now in the previous example we have seen that we already implemented class A with 2 members. Now we created another class B in which we derived class A. So for that we write the class B extends A. It means the class B is derived from class A, and class member of class A will be also become the member of class B, and class B is having its own member. So this is the single inheritance we have seen. Now if we extend it to another level, second level, then it will become a multi-level inheritance. So what we are doing, we have implemented class C that is deriving from class B. So all the member of class B will become the member of class C, and class C can have its own member. So here integer k and display k, these two members are its own members. Class C is having its own members and it has inherited the member of class B. So here class A is inherited into B and class B is inherited into class C. So this is called multi-level inheritance. Now in hierarchical inheritance, what happens? We are having a tree-like structure. It means that there is a one root node, one superclass, and from this superclass more than one subclass will be derived. There is a single superclass, and from this single superclass more than one subclass will be derived. We can understand by this diagram. For example, we are having a superclass A, and from class A we are deriving class B, and we are also deriving class C. So from single superclass A we have derived two subclasses B and C. So whenever we are having a structure like this, it is a tree-like structure, then it is called hierarchical inheritance. So if you want to implement this in Java, first you need to have a class A with its own member. Here we are having a class A with member I, integer I, and one method display I, which will display the value of I. Now we have inherited class A into class B. So all the members of class A will become the member of class B. Class B is having its own member, integer J and display J. Now what we are doing, we are also deriving new class C from class A. So class A will be inherited into the B, class B as well as class C. Then it is called hierarchical inheritance. So in this, class C can have its own member, integer K, and method display K, which will display the value of K. So this is a class C, and all the structure, all the relationship between these classes that has been created is called hierarchical inheritance. So all in all, if you want to summarize this lesson, then we can say when a class retrieves the attribute of another class, then it is known as inheritance. This is what is inheritance. Class which is being derived is called superclass, means pre-existing class is called superclass, and class which is deriving the attribute from another class is known as subclass. So whatever new class that you are creating from the existing class is called subclass. Based on the relationship structure between these classes, whenever you are implementing inheritance, you are creating the relationship between the classes. And based on the structure that you have created between these classes, we can have three different types of inheritance that we have already seen in this lesson, that is a single, multi-level and hierarchical inheritance. So this is all we are having in this lesson. Thank you very much for listening me. Thank you all.